Hey adrenaline junkies, welcome back. What you're about to see isn't scripted, it isn't staged, and it definitely isn't safe. This is raw police body cam footage where one bad decision turns into a chain reaction of chaos, sirens, and split-second judgment calls. Stay locked in, because once this starts, there's no pause button.
At around 4:50 p.m. on July 8th, 2024, Trooper Cass spotted a silver Land Rover SUV traveling well above the posted limit. His moving radar confirmed the vehicle was going 72 miles per hour in a 50-mile-per-hour construction zone near mile marker 139 on eastbound I-30. Trooper Cass pulled in behind the SUV and activated his emergency lights and siren. At first, the driver slowed down, signaled right, and drifted toward the right lane, but then continued forward instead of stopping. Realizing the driver was attempting to flee, Trooper Cass activated the siren fully and initiated a pursuit.
Broadway. Come on. Approaching the 40 split.
Approaching 40 split.
Taking 40 west.
40 westbound. What's your speed?
Current speed's 40. Taking 107 exit.
Taking 0K exit.
TBI. They drove out the TBI heading wrong way. 130 exit now.
Do not let them get on the wrong way on their side.
We're already on.
Get inside.
After the first two pit attempts failed, Trooper Cass tried a third time. And this one worked. The SUV spun around, but instead of stopping, the driver hit the gas again, colliding with an eastbound vehicle and forcing that driver into the left lane. Trooper Cass immediately pinned the fleeing SUV between patrol units as the suspect kept trying to drive away. The driver was ordered out of the vehicle and taken into custody without further incident. During the arrest, Trooper Cass noted a strong smell of alcohol coming from the driver. Inside the SUV, he found several open containers, along with a cup containing ice and a liquid consistent with an alcoholic beverage. On June 12, 2025, at about 4:15 p.m., officers with the Fenton City Police Department spotted a stolen vehicle heading southbound on US 23. When they attempted a traffic stop, the driver refused to comply and sped away, triggering a pursuit that reached speeds between 80 and 90 miles per hour.
Detroit City, do you have 6?
12,
12, go ahead.
Central 55, Chase.
Clear behind.
Central 55, we're ramping off southbound 59.
Clear, ramping off the 59, 4772, are you clear direct?
I'm 59 as the exit ramp.
Central 55, looks like we're going to be going westbound 59 from 23.
Clear westbound on 59 from 23.
Alright, Central, we're going to be right lane. Heavy traffic, speeds are 45. Looks like you can 12 away, 59, 123. Still heading westbound.
And for units, it's going to be freshly stolen today out of Washtenaw.
Alright, my guys with sticks, we're coming up on you right now. Speeds are 45, he's slowing down. Looks like he's going to oncoming traffic.
Clear going into oncoming traffic, 68, are you clear direct?
The stolen vehicle exited onto Highland Road, M59, and headed west. As it neared Argentine Road, the Livingston County Sheriff's Office deployed spike strips, but the driver swerved and avoided them. Moments later, the suspect sideswiped a vehicle stopped on the roadway, causing minor damage to both cars. Undeterred by the crash, the suspect kept fleeing.
4744 and 71, they passed 686, they'll be approaching you.
Alright, we're southbound Hughes. Speeds look like 60 miles an hour. Central 55, we're approaching Golf Club. See if I can try to initiate a pit.
They're approaching Golf Club, initiating a pit at 1645.
Alright, PI, we got a rollover.
The pursuit ended at the intersection of Golf Club Road, where the suspect ran a stop and slammed into a 2020 Chevrolet Silverado. The truck overturned and crashed into a guardrail, leaving both vehicles disabled. Officers quickly moved in and arrested the driver without further incident. The Silverado's driver, a 66-year-old man from Howell, was transported to the hospital for evaluation and was not seriously injured. The suspect, identified as 42-year-old Jeremy Nelson of Ypsilanti, was arraigned on June 13, 2025, on charges of fleeing and eluding police and receiving and concealing a stolen vehicle. He remains in custody on a $100,000 bond and a Michigan Department of Corrections hold. At approximately 6 p.m. on May 29, 2025, Ohio State Highway Patrol troopers conducting speed enforcement on I-75 in Franklin Township observed a GMC Envoy traveling at 82 miles per hour in a 65 miles per hour zone. When troopers attempted to initiate a traffic stop, the driver fled, leading to a pursuit.
Reason for the stop was 82. red GMC. King Frank Victor 2367. I believe it's a white King.
Where's that return to? DNR,
2367.
1756, okay.
We're coming up now. We're in the right lane, moderate traffic, 70 miles an hour.
Gonna catch up momentarily. Clear reinforcement, white male, 4511, 2023.
Southbound 30 over 6, 85 miles an hour, right lane, moderate traffic.
They're 9 units available to spike 6.
Once 1756 gets up here, we'll try to block them. They keep getting stuck in traffic and they're not trying to recklessly get out of it, they're just slowing down. By 79 or 86.
19.2, can you identify the driver? And then 1756 has the radio.
Pull up. White female driver, black hair, 40s.
Passing 60 for 18 or 82. Light traffic right now. We're trying to box her in. And as you see that she's totally going around us.
During the pursuit, as the GMC traveled alongside a semi-truck, a patrol unit moved ahead to coordinate with the primary unit, initiating a containment maneuver in an attempt to safely end the chase. However, the driver suddenly swerved to break free, unaware that this decision would escalate the situation significantly.
Alright, if you don't get in front of you, you can push her over towards the shoulder.
Light traffic.
You ever get a good visual of the driver?
I believe so. She made eye contact with us. I think it's going to be 79. She doesn't seem to care. She's not really trying to run away. She's just out. Southbound 2600.
Clearly will be down the county line. Traffic.
Off the right side of the road. Right in 31. Right, 31. Start EMS.
Dark lost signal 5. Purposely from off the red. Rolled over about 6 times. see what they're right now.
No seatbelt.
I smell something. Hey! He's alive. Come out!
After the crash, officers and a passing nurse assisted the driver and provided first aid. The driver, identified as Jennifer Wilson, was transported to a hospital with serious injuries, but later survived. She now faces multiple charges, including driving under the influence, failure to comply with a lawful order, and loss of control of a vehicle. Investigators also linked her to a hit and run reported earlier that same day in Montgomery County. On May 15, 2024, at approximately 8:10 a.m., Trooper Whipple was patrolling near Scott Hamilton Drive and Baseline Road when he observed a yellow Dodge Challenger change lanes without signaling and repeatedly cross the double yellow lines. At the intersection of Hilero Springs Road and Pinecone Road, he attempted to initiate a traffic stop. The driver turned onto Pinecone, traveled slowly for about 100 meters, then stopped. Using the patrol car's PA system, Trooper Whipple issued verbal commands for the driver to park and shut off the engine. But the driver refused and fled westbound on Pinecone Road. A second pit maneuver forced the vehicle into a ditch, where it crashed into a sign for Perez Auto Repair. The driver, later identified as Aaron Sadler, fled on foot carrying a backpack but was quickly apprehended. A search of the vehicle revealed 9 bottles of promethazine, more than 4 pounds of marijuana, and 24 packages of THC-infused edibles. Officers also found an additional bottle of promethazine in the backpack and $3,720 in cash in Sadler's pocket. On August 8, 2025, at approximately 7:35 p.m., a Florida Highway Patrol trooper observed a gray Toyota Camry traveling 74 miles per hour in a posted 50 miles per hour zone on US 1/SR5 near mile marker 95 in Key Largo. When the trooper activated emergency lights and siren to initiate a traffic stop, the vehicle briefly slowed but failed to stop, then fled southbound, initiating a pursuit.
That's 92. That for 1680, you got 92. 684, 684, that's 92. That for additional 42 traffic. 884, you have vehicle description. Confirming southbound.
Yeah, 7 we're coming up right now on a 90 south inside lane. Yeah, traffic light over here.
Any additional units in the area, guys? Just 51, 51 from the 94.
Red light at Burton, red light at Burton. Bring for a pit when available. We're southbound Burton Drive, about the 92 mile marker. We're still in the outside lane. Correction, inside lane, outside lane.
10-4, outside lane, southbound 92.
I'm going to be going for a pit as soon as the traffic is clear.
During the pursuit, the suspect accelerated to speeds of up to 120 miles per hour. Troopers observed the driver throw a beer can out of the window. Although officers attempted a containment maneuver to stop the vehicle without causing damage, the driver remained defiant, broke free, and fled again.
We are unsuccessful pit from 1684. We're still southbound. I'm going in for another one as soon as this traffic's clear.
10-4, unsuccessful pit from 1684. 1684, I lost my vertical.
I'm just looking at Miami. Either drop something out the window. It looks like a beer can. He's possibly signal 1 Miami.
10-4.
We are southbound out from Passenger Town. Approximately the 90 mile marker. We're going over Taffy Air Creek Bridge. If you have to advise 749 that we're coming in out on.
10-4, they're 48.
Traffic is slowing, speed 78 miles an hour.
Let's go. I'm going to detach the flip part from my car if you want me to continue.
We'll stop at the Beaumont at the red light. He's running the intersection. Miami, we're still southbound from Beaumont.
Stop at the mobile.
We're still 1031. We're southbound 90 miles.
10-4, southbound at the 90. Down 407 miles per hour, center lane, southbound.
We're coming up to this construction zone, so we might have to signal nearby. Coming up to this construction zone.
10-4.
Alright, Miami, he's passing in the center lane again. That's traffic.
400 miles per hour.
Hey, I've passed 1049 units. Do they know if this 1032?
That's 10-4. They are 48, and we're off the map. I got Alex for 50 on the boat. She's going to have it for Spike.
After about 6 minutes of pursuit, deputies with the Monroe County Sheriff's Office deployed spike strips near the 87-mile marker, flattening multiple tires on the suspect vehicle. Despite the damage, the car continued fleeing at high speed.
I'm not sure. It looks like front left tire, front driver's side tire is definitely deflated. Still fast. Going southbound from Robinson to the 86 mile marker.
10 4, southbound from the 86.
We're asking for safety right now. I got some traffic here. Not slowing down. 130 miles.
10 4, 130 miles per hour.
He's cutting in on the shoulder. Alright, we are still southbound Miami. When available, I'm going from pad. We just got heavy traffic.
10 4.
Good pay.
10 4, pit at the 85.
Let me see a fucking hand! Let me see a fucking hand! Hand!
After the pit maneuver, the driver, Glenn Saltz Jr., initially refused commands and moved toward officers, but was quickly subdued and arrested with only minor scrapes. Officers noted clear signs of impairment, including slurred speech, red watery eyes, and the odor of alcohol. Multiple open and unopened beer cans were found in the car. Saltz admitted to using alcohol, marijuana, and prescription medication. Breath tests registered 0.027 and 0.025, and he refused a urine test. While in custody, Saltz made suicidal statements, attempted to run into traffic, and spit at an officer, requiring restraints and a spit hood. He was medically evaluated and transported for a mandatory mental health hold under the Baker Act.
My reservation. I almost made it.
You're funny, bro.
At approximately 3:22 p.m. on Saturday, May 20th, 2023, Arkansas State Police received information that wanted suspect Christopher Monroe was traveling in a GMC Sierra Denali on Interstate 40 in North Little Rock. Monroe had previously fled from both the Sherwood Police Department and Arkansas State Police in recent weeks. Troopers plan to use a coordinated blocking tactic to stop the vehicle on Highway 167 and avoid a pursuit. Units quickly moved into position.
Alright.
Oh, that's a male right there. That's a male. Photographer 252 to 1 GMC here. 29 field channel.
So, Nation said, correct.
Yeah, he's playing. Got it. Volume 7,000, Adam 22, Adam 29, 7 southbound of 2, trying to catch up to a black GMC with a 28 plate of 175, young and personal. Information, you ran my vehicle. We're going to be 67 south at Brigade 3.
Go.
Monroe continued fleeing at extremely high speeds, maintaining between 110 and 120 miles per hour, even as traffic grew heavier. He weaved aggressively through vehicles, switching lanes in a desperate attempt to escape, creating a serious danger to both the public and himself. The pursuit continued for nearly 10 minutes before Monroe reached a less congested stretch of road. With public safety as the top priority, troopers coordinated a tactical vehicle intervention in an effort to bring the dangerous chase to a safe and controlled end. Just minutes later, as the pursuit moved onto Roosevelt Road, a trooper closed in and executed a successful pit maneuver. The impact was so severe that the patrol unit nearly rolled over. Monroe's vehicle flipped once, left the roadway, crashed into the wall of a nearby house, and came to a stop. Officers quickly moved in and secured the scene to take Monroe into custody.
Get out the door! Left side, left side. Come on. Get out!
A search of Monroe's vehicle uncovered a large quantity of narcotics, including over 300 grams of methamphetamine, 109 grams of fentanyl, along with cocaine, marijuana, and oxycodone. Officers also found a safe containing a loaded .45 caliber Taurus Judge revolver, additional drugs, cash, and various paraphernalia. On October 23, 2024, Monroe was sentenced to 17.5 years in federal prison by U.S. District Judge Brian Miller. He was convicted of multiple charges, including possession with intent to distribute fentanyl and methamphetamine, being a felon in possession of a firearm, and possession of a firearm in furtherance of drug trafficking.
Containing small baggies of crushed Xanax.
At about 9:25 p.m. on January 1, 2025, Officer Hicks was conducting a traffic safety checkpoint at Eastview Road and Holland Road in Rock Hill, York County, South Carolina. At approximately 9:28 p.m., a Chevrolet Malibu approached and stopped. The driver, dressed in black and wearing a ski mask, was asked to present his license. He checked his pant leg, then claimed his license was in the back seat. When Officer Hicks instructed him to pull to the side of the road, the driver suddenly accelerated at high speed through the checkpoint. Officer Hicks quickly returned to his patrol car and initiated a pursuit. The chase continued at speeds over 110 miles per hour, at times climbing to 125. Officer Hicks noted the driver's erratic behavior, especially when approaching other vehicles. It became clear that the pursuit needed to be brought to an end quickly to prevent danger to other motorists.
22 coming on Gordon Road, speeds are 100. Still light traffic.
Got any cars coming by you?
I've had 2 so far. He's staying in his lane. $10.50.
The chase continued at speeds over 110 miles per hour, at times climbing to 125. Officer Hicks noted the driver's erratic behavior, especially when approaching other vehicles. It became clear that the pursuit needed to be brought to an end quickly to prevent danger to other motorists.
The map. near Road Street on
Around 6:53 p.m. on July 29th, 2025, Trooper Logan observed a white SUV traveling southbound at a high rate of speed on U.S. Highway 19, just south of State Road 688 in Pinellas County, Florida. The vehicle was in the inside lane. The SUV suddenly slowed, cut across multiple lanes, and disrupted the safe flow of traffic before exiting US 19 onto eastbound Gateway Expressway. The driver continued operating recklessly, passing several vehicles on the shoulder with deliberate disregard for public safety. Trooper Logan immediately initiated a pursuit to stop the vehicle.
I got northbound. Whiskey, Charlie, November 295. Northbound 19, speed 92. We're approaching 611. Hit the pin.
Want to check on the 23.
14, I give us a different successful. Those on 19 approach the car.
55 monitoring for our charges.
Approach 19, can you drive?
After the first pit attempt failed, Trooper Logan executed a second maneuver, causing the SUV to spin counterclockwise and back into a utility pole. Despite the impact, the driver remained defiant, steering away from the crash and continuing to flee.
Step up to the vehicle stop. Number approaching 785 in the north. Okay, 17, is that you?
Yeah, we'll tell him. Right behind him on number 2. He's in the ditch.
When the suspect saw a marked Foley police unit, he abruptly turned right onto North 66th Street, then right again onto 35th Street. Driving too fast to maintain control, he left the roadway and crashed into a ditch near the intersection, heavily damaging the SUV. The driver, identified by a Florida ID as 36-year-old Marcus Real Hoptree, was the sole occupant and was taken into custody without incident. He claimed someone else had been driving, though no one was ever seen leaving the vehicle during the pursuit. Trooper Logan noted a strong odor of alcohol on Hoptree's breath, which intensified as he spoke, along with bloodshot, watery, and unfocused eyes. On December 25, 2025, at approximately 10:59 a.m., Officer William was dispatched after reports of an unidentified man jumping fences into residents' backyards and knocking on multiple doors while claiming he was looking for a dog. The individual's behavior was described as suspicious. At around 11:30 a.m., Officer William located the suspect. When the officer attempted to stop him, the suspect fled on foot and jumped into a white vehicle driven by an accomplice in an attempt to escape.
Come over.
Hands up, motherfucker! Charles 23, he ran my car. Charles 23, he ran my car. He's going on warden.
Hey, boy, Charles, you got me that ranking ram. Charles 23, you go. They ain't gonna allow me y'all to start that one. Yes, sir. We have views coming to you.
Hey, they're turning by Golden Corral.
Silver mat in the car. They ran Charles 23. You talked about 2 times, blackmail. Been on West Commercial going towards the church. Speed 51. Looks like they're going to make a left going towards the Cave Park apartment. No traffic. Charles Street region first stop. Death subject and they ran the hospital with the car. The grass going towards the McCain Hall. Speed 20. They got severe damage to their vehicle. Just made it right. Speed 22.
Get out. He's trying to dig.
Speed 44 coming up the fairway. They have severe damage to vehicles and light traffic. Stay, they're not going to stop. Speed 74 is coming up to a red light. Here at North Hill, they're continuing through the red light. Speed 41, no traffic. They just made a left on Crestwood. Charles 2, how many years do I have in the street? Just made a left on Randolph going towards the speed 8. Footmill.
After failing to stop at another stop sign at the intersection of Lansing and Randolph, the vehicle turned southbound. Both the driver's and passenger's doors opened as the suspects attempted to flee on foot. The front seat passenger, identified as Taylor, jumped from the moving vehicle before it crashed onto the front lawn of a nearby residence.
Get that one. Pop, 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 pop. Stop or you'll be big. Stop or you'll be big. Hey, over here. Go, go, go.
No, we get us out there. You want to get him out.
All right, we got one going northbound. Black male, dreads, black hoodie. Stop it, bro. I ain't doing nothing. Bro, I don't know why you hopped in my car. I don't got nothing in there. You better fucking stop. I don't got nothing in there. Bro, you better stop me. I haven't done nothing. You better stop. Bro, he had a gun on me. He had a gun on me, bro. You better roll over. I'm dead serious. I don't got nothing to do with it. You better fucking roll over. I will. Put your fucking hands behind your back. I don't got nothing on me. Put your hands behind your back and you're gonna get tased. I'm not... You done? Yeah, I ain't do nothing. I didn't do nothing. But I ran, bro. I swear I ain't here put a gun in my head. Shut the fuck up. Put a gun in my head, bro. You done? Next time. Yeah. I ain't put a gun in my head, bro. I promise you. I didn't do nothing. Yeah, you ran my car, so... No. You got assault on law enforcement. You put a gun on me. You got a gun? Hey, I don't care. You should have ran. How would you want to do with a gun? Bro, I got a gun or I don't got nothing on me. Get up. Nothing on me. Go. Where's my phone? Where's my phone? Bro, I don't have nothing to do with nothing. Shut up! Damn, bro, I got right off my legs, bro. Chill. You ran my car, so shut the hell up. Walked in the car with a gun, bro. I'm telling you what he did, bro. I don't care. I don't want nothing to do with no high-speed chase, bro. You fucking ran my car, so fuck you. Bro, dude got a gun, bro. What am I supposed to do? I was coming to the parking lot. Y'all seen y'all? I was slowing down. Ask the first officer.
Yeah, I'm trying to go northbound. Trying to find it.
He put a gun on me.
I'm 10-15 back at my car with mine.
Bro, he put a gun on me, bro.
Okay, so we got everybody.
I'm dead serious, bro. He put me here.
You should have ran my car.
On me, bro.
Shouldn't have ran my car. You should have jumped out.
I didn't try to.
Get in. Get in. I'm gonna put you in.
I'm telling you, I didn't try to. I didn't have no choice. He put a gun on me, bro.
Right here. 4813. Thank you, 13. I just want to copy reduce.
I supposed to be shot?
Yeah, you shouldn't have ran on foot.
The driver was taken into custody immediately, while the suspect initially fled on foot. After a brief chase, K-9 Balin apprehended the suspect by biting his left ankle, allowing officers to subdue and arrest him. The driver was identified as Ricardo Liberri, and the passenger, Dontarius Taylor, was identified as the suspect in a recent burglary at 2501 East, McCain. A resident later discovered a clear bag along Taylor's escape route containing multiple smaller bags with a large quantity of suspected cocaine and half a tablet of alprazolam. Both suspects were transported to the Pulaski County Regional Detention Facility, where it was discovered that Taylor had provided a false name, and Darius Odell Harston, in an attempt to avoid prosecution.
Okay.
At approximately 6:55 a.m. on November 30th, 2025, Officer Matthew Walker received information requesting assistance with a pursuit involving a vehicle attempting to flee from law enforcement at high speed. Officer Walker immediately responded and moved to intercept the pursuit. As the suspect vehicle passed his position, Officer Walker joined the chase and quickly advanced to assume the lead position in the pursuit.
That's John Hut.
During the pursuit, the driver suddenly applied heavy braking, nearly causing Officer Walker to collide with the rear of the suspect vehicle. Immediately afterward, the vehicle accelerated again at high speed. Although the passenger extended their hands out of the window in an apparent attempt to surrender, the driver continued fleeing. A few minutes later, Officer Walker executed a pit maneuver, causing the suspect vehicle to strike the guardrail and veer into the grassy median. The driver attempted to continue fleeing, but was blocked by Officer Walker. Both the driver and the passenger were taken into custody shortly thereafter without further incident. The driver was found to have a suspended driver's license, which he admitted was the reason he attempted to flee from law enforcement.
Be quiet! Shut up!
Around 7:20 p.m. on June 21, 2023, Trooper Nelson was notified to assist in pursuing a red vehicle fleeing from police at nearly 100 miles per hour. Trooper Nelson quickly located the suspect vehicle matching the description and joined the pursuit.
I'm on 12th Street now. Split them up. They're fleeing from us. So we notify ASB. Speeds are going to be 45 right now. That's over light traffic. One black male occupant, medium, said, got a beard with a hat on. We're going to let safety take primary. They're coming up on us now. Speeds are 110, light traffic, no windows, coming up on Chester. Safe now, primary in the pursuit. We're going Interstate Street right now. Speeds 110, light medium traffic. We're getting off on Broadway. Starting with bad brake, Broadway, and then starting.
Broadway 630, sorry, meal.
Moments later, at the intersection of Broadway and Highway 630, the suspect lost control, crashing into another vehicle before striking a concrete barrier. Officers approached the wreckage and found the male suspect had been violently ejected, becoming trapped against the front windshield with severe head bleeding. Police secured the scene and waited for rescue crews to avoid causing further injury.
Hands! Show me hands! Come here, Fuller. Glove up and come here. Come up here. Hang on just a second. Glove up and we're going to have to pull him out. Stop moving. Stop moving.
Just stay there. Do you understand? Okay, just stay there. Stop moving. Keep your hands.
Stop moving. Keep your hands right there.
God damn!
Hey, check on him?
Yeah, I got somebody over there checking on. She's out of the car. She's on the ground over there.
Please help me, man.
Hold on.
I can't even see.
Stop moving.
You just stay still and be calm, okay?
I can't go. Where is it?
I know. You're just stay right there for a minute, okay?
I can't. I got yelling now.
I know, you got to go.
How you gonna get me out of here?
Fire crews arrived shortly after and rescued the injured suspect, who was transported to the hospital in a coma with a fractured femur and an open skull injury. A female passenger was also ejected, suffering a deep leg laceration. The suspect, identified as Damian Gunnels, now faces multiple serious charges.
We following?
On Thursday, November 27th, 2025, around 8:17 a.m., Trooper Davis was running stationary radar on Interstate 430 near the 5-mile marker when he clocked a white Toyota Camry traveling south at 90 miles per hour in a 65 miles per hour zone. He pulled in behind the vehicle and attempted a stop near the 2-mile marker, but once he activated his lights and siren, the driver sped up, reaching about 120 miles per hour. Trooper Davis notified Communications Team A that he was in pursuit. To end the dangerous high-speed pursuit, Trooper Davis positioned his unit along the passenger side of the suspect vehicle and executed a pit maneuver. The car spun off the roadway into a tree line on the west side of the interstate, struck several trees, and overturned. Trooper Davis found the driver, later identified as Talon Bazell, unresponsive inside the vehicle, though he regained consciousness moments later. Davis opened the passenger door and helped him out. Medics transported Bazell to Baptist Health Medical Center for evaluation. An open alcohol container was found in the car, and Davis detected the odor of an intoxicant. The vehicle was unregistered and uninsured, and Bazell did not have a valid driver's license. At around 2:30 a.m. on August 7th, 2025, a Florida Highway Patrol trooper was merging onto the Dolphin Expressway from Northwest 42nd Avenue when a BMW speeding past caught the trooper's attention. The trooper followed as the BMW reached speeds of more than 125 miles per hour in a 55 mile per hour zone. When the trooper closed in and activated emergency lights and siren, the driver shut off the headlights, began changing lanes, and accelerated, refusing to stop.
you want 8265? Eastbound or westbound?
BMW class.
Gray color BMW 5 Series.
Last one, southbound 82nd Ave.
Southbound 87th Ave. 82nd.
During the pursuit, the driver suddenly braked, causing the patrol vehicle to strike the rear of the BMW. The suspect vehicle rolled several times before coming to a stop. The driver, identified as 38-year-old Fabrizio Javier Aragon Sandoval, was taken into custody and later charged with fleeing and eluding at high speed, along with speeding in excess of 100 miles per hour. Both vehicles sustained heavy damage, but no serious injuries were reported. At approximately 2:12 a.m. on April 17, 2026, Trooper Darren Evans was notified by Troop D Dispatch of a stolen ambulance traveling westbound across the Interstate 40 bridge from Memphis. Evans quickly located the pursuit, joined in, and requested to take the lead position.
He'll notify supervisor. I'm not sure if they're going to want me to try to deep dive this. Coming up to 7 time. Should be 10:37. Riding on the rail right now. I think I can do
we blocked it. Cancel. We're in the parking lot of the hospital trying to get a shot.
As the ambulance entered the parking lot of Baptist Memorial Hospital on 7th Street, Trooper Darren Evans successfully used his patrol unit to block it. Additional units quickly surrounded the vehicle. The driver, identified as Vanessa Bowen, was taken into custody without further incident. During the arrest, Bowen stated she stole the ambulance because she felt no one was taking care of her or checking on her. On August 30th, 2025, at around 11:50 p.m., the Leesburg Police Department received a report of property damage on Magnolia Court, where a suspect was believed to have broken into his girlfriend's home before fleeing the scene in a black Honda Accord. Lee County Sheriff's deputies immediately began searching the area for the vehicle. A few minutes later, at approximately 11:57 p.m., Sergeant Hughes spotted a vehicle matching the description traveling southbound on U.S. Highway 19 near Century Road. Sergeant Hughes attempted a traffic stop, but the driver refused to comply and a pursuit ensued.
Clear.
Well, again, I'm going out with it.
Clear.
Passing Tabitha now, still traveling southbound. They still got their flashes in. Speed's weaving in and out of traffic. He's making the speed. 10:46.
Hey, County, you could have advised DSP, they were just only
Red light. Speed 90.
What did the city have on him?
Clear.
Go through past the Fun Park and Slappy. Speed about 100.
What does the city have on him?
Just turned the 5 mile off the Slappy. Speed still 100.
Yeah, buddy.
Past the street.
County, you said Leesburg have been advised to charge, please.
10-4, criminal trespass, advised he kicked in his girlfriend's. Criminal trespass, advised he kicked in his girlfriend's door.
Well, Lee County, we're going to be going down McIntosh, heading back towards Slappy.
10-4.
Taking a left on Harding, North Harding.
15, bud.
10-4. 10-4.
Really to a stop sign at 10th Avenue.
Continue on 9th Avenue.
One of y'all calling it out. Going south on Harding, just went 37. 12, if you're the backup unit, you call it out.
Negative, I'm directly behind him.
Repeat that last, you broke up. John.
He just wrecked. We're continuing.
We taking
The pursuit continued through the streets of Albany, where the suspect failed to stop for multiple stop signs and red lights. It ended near the 600 block of West 3rd Avenue after the vehicle struck a curb and came to a stop. The driver, later identified as Ramey Thomas, jumped out while the car was still rolling and tried to flee on foot, but immediately fell to the ground. Officers quickly caught up to him and took him into custody after a brief foot chase.
Hey, stay inside for me!
On July 10, 2025, Trooper Blaine Lucas was traveling south on Kerr Station Road when a motorcycle passed his patrol car. The passenger, later identified as Randy Weller Jr., looked back as if to alert the driver, Michael Zuber III, of the trooper's presence. Zuber then veered onto the right shoulder, seemingly to stop, but instead continued heading north.
I was about to say, don't you do it, bro.
Trooper Lucas activated his siren and briefly turned it off to get Zuber's attention. Zuber looked back and gestured that he would stop, but continued past the next intersection. When the siren was reactivated, Zuber again signaled to pull over, but kept going, swerving around a vehicle that had yielded. At that moment, Weller jumped off the motorcycle and ran toward the roadside. Zuber then accelerated and fled northbound on Kerr Station Road.
1037, what a ride. There was a white male jumped off around. There was a white male jumped off around.
While attempting a right turn onto South Adams Street, Zuber crossed into oncoming lanes, left the road, and crashed into a ditch. He lost control and the motorcycle slid out, throwing him onto his back. Trooper Lucas ordered him to roll over and took him into custody. Zuber admitted fleeing because he had a meth pipe. After placing Zuber in the patrol car, Trooper Lucas requested an ambulance. A glass pipe with burnt residue was found in Zuber's underwear. It accidentally fell and shattered when placed on the patrol car's roof, but the fragments were recovered and secured.
Earnhardt Circle, close to Shaded Oaks.
At approximately 5:20 p.m. on February 17, 2026, while the Rapids Fire Department was responding to an emergency call, an ambulance was parked on scene as personnel treated a patient. A naked man performing push-ups nearby suddenly jumped into the ambulance and drove off. Officers quickly located the vehicle and initiated a pursuit.
I copy that on 1060.
847, just passing Clark, still going northbound, speed 26 miles an hour, 1080. Just passing Chase, still going northbound, 25th, speed 25 miles an hour. Just come up to Alton right now, speed 30 miles an hour, grab a light, spike your out. Take your time, national traffic, get ready. Take your time, left on the road.
During the pursuit, officers deployed spike strips in an attempt to deflate the suspect vehicle's tires, but the attempt was unsuccessful. Due to the large size of the ambulance and slippery road conditions caused by snow, officers did not prioritize a pit maneuver. Instead, they continued to focus on safer alternatives, especially since traffic in the area was minimal.
I've been seeing it so far, 17 and Stereo 9, 1043 with K9. For 15 copies.
847 copies.
73, approaching Polish. He's slowing down, tires are deflating on him. Or 17 County. He just went northbound through a ditch, east of Polish, into a field.
The pursuit continued into Pittsville, where officers were ultimately able to stop the ambulance by using roadblocks in a field. The suspect, Benjamin Feltz, refused multiple commands to exit the vehicle, but was eventually taken into custody. The patient inside the ambulance was transported to a local hospital. Feltz was booked into the Wood County Jail and faces charges including disorderly conduct, obstructing emergency personnel, reckless endangerment, and operating while intoxicated. Around 8:43 p.m. on December 26, 2025, Arkansas State Police became involved in a dangerous pursuit on westbound Interstate 40 near mile marker 281 in West Memphis. The incident began after troopers were alerted that another agency was chasing a vehicle approaching the Arkansas state line. Shortly afterward, Trooper Tice spotted a Toyota SUV traveling faster than surrounding traffic on I-40 and confirmed the speeding violation by radar. When emergency lights and siren were activated, the driver refused to stop and continued fleeing westbound. A few minutes later, the vehicle briefly came to a stop. Trooper Tice exited his patrol car and ordered the driver to step out, but the driver refused. It appeared he was waiting for an opportunity to create distance once the trooper was outside the vehicle. Moments later, the driver accelerated and fled again.
Speed going to be 87 for westbound on 270. Westbound towards Hot Springs. Be in the left lane. Go. Speed for 95. He's going to be in the wrong way right now. Speed 101, he's in the median. He's going to be in the wrong lane again. He's coming back over. Speed still 9. 3 reason. Going to be in the wrong lane again. 37, get him out here. Box Smith.
That's where you're going.
I'll call it. Speed's going to be 87. We're westbound on 270. Westbound towards Hot Springs. He's going to be in the left lane. Past the Sunoco. Speeds are 95. He's going to be in the wrong way right now. Speeds 101. He's in the median. He's going to be in the wrong lane again. He's coming back over. Speed's still 90. He's going to be in the wrong lane again. 37, you get him right here. Box him in. Box him in. TDI. You get him right here. Box him in. Box him in.
After about 7 minutes, Trooper Smith executed a successful pit maneuver, disabling the suspect vehicle. The driver immediately fled on foot and jumped from a bridge. A search followed, and the suspect was later located and taken into custody without further incident. On May 13, 2025, Grundy County deputies were alerted to a vehicle wanted by the Chenoa Police Department for fleeing and eluding. Grundy units quickly located the vehicle and began following it.
A small little hatchback. Stand by.
Got a fleet plate.
I got it. Turning right, going into South Willie, going on to Parker.
They're out from the 223.5.
Greenwich 11. On Parker, coming up to campus right now.
Miles an hour. Brandy, passing the Orchard Lane. What road are you on? They're looking for a spot to bail. That front passenger male is supposed to have felons or multiple warrants. Crossing over 129 still southbound from Division. Alright, eastbound 53. Hit.
After a brief burst of speed, the suspect suddenly slowed down, driving calmly despite the patrol vehicle close behind. The deputy performed a pit maneuver, causing the suspect's vehicle to spin counterclockwise, but it wasn't enough to stop the car. The suspect continued driving in a calm manner, prompting officers to deploy spike strips to deflate the tires.
We're gonna braid one guy with me.
Go!
The spike strips were effective, disabling at least 3 of the suspect's tires. From there, officers simply followed the vehicle, waiting for it to come to a stop so they could safely take the driver into custody.
We're 10 miles an hour. Eastbound, I think it's Front Street, Center. 129 coming up to Center. About 10 miles an hour. Front Street and Center Street for any attempting a pit. Gotta get ahead of you guys. Never mind. Pit, runny pit, hands up. Back at it. I'm gonna get ahead to block the traffic. Okay, we are eastbound 129 coming up to 113. Eastbound 129 coming up to 113. 15 miles an hour. I don't think they can go faster than this. 11, you want to try to block him in?
Yeah, let's block him.
Finally, after another unsuccessful pit attempt, the suspect's vehicle was boxed in by patrol units. The driver was pulled from the car and taken into custody without further incident. But honestly, if this had happened in Florida or Arkansas, that pursuit probably wouldn't have lasted more than a minute. What do you think?
She didn't want to stop. She didn't want to stop.
At around 3:20 a.m. on January 15th, 2023, Arkansas State Trooper Brandon Neal was on duty when he spotted a stolen 2017 Chevy Cruze on the roadway. Trooper Neal began to follow the vehicle and attempted a traffic stop, but the driver ignored his signals and sped off, leading officers on a pursuit.
at Warren Valley. I will fucking tase you. Come here.
The hell is wrong? Give me your hand.
After just over a minute of pursuit, officers successfully stopped the suspect's vehicle. The female driver exited and attempted to flee on foot, but was quickly taken into custody. While being escorted back to the patrol car, she pleaded with the trooper not to arrest her for driving under the influence and offered a sexual favor, stating she had no STDs. The trooper firmly refused multiple times and advised her to stop speaking before calmly placing her in the police vehicle.
I know you're drunk. I can smell it.
I know.
So now you're DWI too.
Please don't do that. I fuck you.
No.
I'm not.
Stop talking.
I don't have no STDs.
Stop talking.
I swear.
Stop talking.
Fucking.
Stop. Stop.
I will fuck you. Can I escape? Please.
Stop.
My kids.
I don't care. Turn around.
I'm drunk. You want me to go to jail? Seriously, go for my whole life. I will fuck you. Like, I have no STDs. Let me
And
go.
further than that, go ahead and bring
Just say
someone else out here too. Stop talking.
I will not do this no more. Please. I need to get back to my kids. I'm drunk. Dude, this is worse.
On March 11, 2023, at around 3:17 a.m., Trooper Matthews observed a Dodge Charger and Tesla Model 3 racing westbound on Interstate 20 near Moreland Avenue, both traveling between 140 to 15 mil per hour, weaving through traffic. Trooper Matthews confirmed the Charger's speed at 167 mil per hour as it exited at Capitol Avenue. He attempted to stop the Tesla, but the driver swerved across the Gore area, re-entered I-20 westbound, and refused to stop, leading to a high-speed pursuit onto the I-75-I-85 connector.
I'll follow it. We're staying north southbound.
When the Tesla's speed dropped to around 70 miles per hour, Trooper Matthews seized the opportunity, closed in, and executed a pit maneuver. The second pit caused the Tesla to spin clockwise, then reverse into Matthews' patrol car before hitting the concrete median. The Tesla came to a stop in the middle lane. Matthews intentionally pinned the Tesla with his patrol car to prevent further escape attempts. Officers quickly approached, detained the occupants, and conducted a search of the vehicle.
Out of the car! Stay right there, don't move. Do not move. Do you understand? Is there a baby in this car? All right, get out of the car one by one. Get out! Out, quicker, let's go! On the ground! On the ground! On the ground! Come on, on the ground! On the ground!
Drivers 1095, 1039 the radios. Next lift's 1051, 1018. We're blocking the intersection, the interstate.
On April 2nd, 2025 in Kenosha County, Wisconsin, a man called 911 to report an armed robbery. 2 juvenile suspects, both armed, had held him at gunpoint and stolen his blue Honda Pilot, along with his phone and wallet. A short time later, Pleasant Prairie officers located the stolen SUV. When they attempted a traffic stop, the 2 teens accelerated, reaching speeds of more than 115 miles per hour.
Taking off Marcel, following from the stop at RV Motel. He's got this place into the ditch.
Traffic's light-ish.
After the first spike strip failed, officers deployed a second set. The suspects tried to swerve around it, but this time the SUV lost control, slammed into a utility pole, then struck a tree and came to a stop. Both suspects immediately jumped out and fled on foot.
Take it up. He's gone from the shop. Both of them. Male black and male white.